and stand against this for our very souls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move quickly. Jason in North Carolina, you're on the air.
Hey, guys. Pleasure to talk to both of you. First, I'll say that my ninth grader, how tough it is to get him to actually go to the library and open up actual books to get his information. He only relies on the computer. That bothers me. Number two, Steve Quayle, I'd like to know your take on the Urantia book. Number three, if you guys have ever talked to Dr. Boyd Graves, he figured out that AIDS was race-specific back in 1992. And last point.
Well, that's actually, I mean, that was known in the 80s that was race-specific, because...
Sure. Yeah, but Dr. Boyd Graves, great guest. I don't know if you can find him. Last part, Cameron, North Carolina. There was an Ebola victim who died. It was on the news for maybe a day and a half. You cannot find it anywhere.
I know, they had him dying in Houston, you name it. There's definitely cover-up.
Cameron, North Carolina is near Fort Bragg. That's my point. Cameron, North Carolina is near Fort Bragg. So that's it, guys. I appreciate what you do. God bless you.
God bless you, Jason. We're all in it together, man. That's why I say don't thank me, man. We're in this together. We're in a boat bailing together. And people are like, thank you, Alex. I'm like, what? Let's get bailing here. Let's go ahead and go to, comments on what Jason said, Steve Quayle.
Well, I'll just deal with Urantia. It's New Age channeled psychic nonsense. That's my opinion. Let's go to the next caller.
Ray in California, you're on the air. Go ahead,
Hello?
Ray. Go ahead, sure.
Okay, you've heard me before. Hey, I have a quick question for Steve. Hey, Steve, I think we're beyond the Book of Revelation currently, because I think over one-third of the wars are destroyed between the BP oil spill and the Fukushima Daiichi incident. What do you think?
Thanks for the call.
Well, first of all, I believe Fukushima was an intentional act, just as the whole thing with the BP death of the Gulf. We're not beyond the Book of Revelation. The Book of Revelation is playing out right before our eyes. A third of the life in the sea is dying. And the fact that every known law of physics and every warning associated with physics, Billings, Montana, had the highest radioactivity rating, twice what should normally be. People would be evacuated, but yet there is a complete blackout. It's a lie.
And knowledge is exponentially increasing, but ignorance is accelerating.
Yep.
Knowledge everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Thank you so much. Let's go to, who's up first here? GCN? Who should I go to next? Let's talk to Bob in Missouri. Bob, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to call and encourage you guys and encourage your listeners to understand the odds of us being a
Anything destructive, they're for it. Anything evil that they can call good, I mean, it is spiritual. They're like robots. You know what they're going to do before they do it. Whatever is stupid, they're going to do it, Steve.
Absolutely. It's spiritual, okay? The bottom line is Jesus said he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. God says, which you quoted, all them that hate me, meaning him, love death. The bottom, I'm with you. I think human beings are amazing. I think they're the most wonderful expression, and the devil hates humanity because, quite candidly, God created man in his image and likeness. The devil's done everything to pervert that. Now he's beyond perverting it. He's trying to totally destroy it. You know, the American male should be roaring at the top of his lungs, not going, meow, meow. I call them meow men, okay? And I call them meow men for a reason. The bottom line is, if you're talking, the word isn't even abortion. It's infanticide. It's the murder of children. And you know, I'm just...
Why are you being closed-minded and racist? We need to kill children, even healthy ones. It's trendy.
Well, I got news for you. You know, the point being is I hear the devil in that. I see the devil. And by the way, Alex, let's look at it. The motion picture theater and the television set in our homes, okay, is nothing more than the eye of Horus at the top of the pyramid.
It is.
Everybody thinks that, you know, that somehow they're going to wait for the great announcement. The great announcement, as Marshall McLuhan said, you know, the medium is the message. And, you know, the eye of Sauron, basically the eye of the devil, the evil eye, everyone's being programmed, and then all the cell towers, the carrier signals, the infrasonics. It's no wonder that people are divorced. I make the statement virtual reality as at its end goal to take everyone out of the real world, put them into a virtual world, and keep them in that virtual world, if you will, as an intellectual entertainment prison in order for them to take over the total planet.
Major studies that the BBC reported on a decade ago, they know 4 hours of television destroys neurons and creates massive, massive brain damage in children and Alzheimer's in adults. And now degenerative disorders of the brain are off the chart. It is absolutely wrecking our brain as a one-eyed positronic warfare spectrum system.
Telepresence, we're right there, and again, Alex, that's why. I want people to understand. I work backwards. I read the final chapter of the book and then go backwards. That's how I started reading the Bible, Book of Revelation. The bottom line is that we're at that point now where if people can understand, hey, those 90% people they want dead, and I just saw it on Alex Jones' television channel that's a real thing. That means 250 million people have got to die. Well, how can you kill that many people? According to my EPA murdered friend, they have it down, pun intended, to a science. And the science simply is this. They create the problem. It's just Hegel on a medical dialectic. They create the problem. They provide their solution. Oh, the vaccine is good for you.
It's a binary weapon.
And then you die. And then the chemtrails. Thank you for giving me credit for that. When I broke that story, they thought I stepped off of Mars, although I would have given anything to go to Mars. The point being is that people will not to this day acknowledge that chemtrails are real. I can post every article, by the way, aircraft.org, good site. Aircraft.
Mainline patents, Bill Gates involved, all of it admitted, secret government programs declassified, congressional hearings, UN treaties, doesn't exist.
It doesn't. And the point being is that everything, and let's just make this a maxim, everything they do is to kill, everything they say is to lie. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen, when Alex or I or anybody is quoting facts, they don't care about the facts. That's what you've got to understand. There is no truth in them. I believe their father is the devil. He was a liar from the beginning. So the point being is that when people, Alex, I'm sure you get it too, well, if Alex and Steve were talking surely mainstream media, anybody that says that, in my opinion, is already a brain-dead automaton.
Well, what we say always comes out later, but with establishment spin on it.
Right. And so, and by the way, no matter what we talk about, it used to amaze me, going coast to coast, Alex, and obviously in those days with Art Bell and then into George Norrie, and I would say something about clandestine nuclear weapons. Here's a good example.
Stay there. I want to hear about clandestine. I want to hear about clandestine nuclear weapons when we come back. Let's talk to Dave, Bob, Jason, Ray, Leo, and others. Steve Quayle's on fire. We've got big breaking Ebola news. Dallas just ordered 250,000. We have the breaking exclusive Infowars.com.
Warnings of an American collapse hit us nearly every day. Gear up while you still can with Infidel Body Armor. Don't spend between $500 and $600. Infidel is available for just $374.99 with free shipping within the U.S. Made in America and legal in all 50 states. Resist tyranny with Infidel Body Armor. Buy yours today at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Spelled INFIDEL BodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Are you ready to surrender your right to buy body armor? No joke. Congress is now trying to outlaw civilian body armor. And if House Bill H.R. 5344 becomes law, you can kiss your right to protect yourself against rifle bullets goodbye. Don't put off your body armor purchase any longer. Go now to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Thousands of military veterans trust their lives to Infidel Body Armor. You should too. Spelled INFIDEL. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
All loans subject to OnDeck score approval must be in business at least 1 year to apply. Are you a small business owner who needs working capital? At OnDeck, we can help. We focus on your business operations and cash flow, not just your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with loans of up to $250,000. True business loans, not a credit card advance. OnDeck provides financing to hundreds of different types of businesses like restaurants, auto body shops, healthcare, and service providers. So if you've been frustrated by the paperwork and long decision times of traditional lenders, see why so many small business owners are turning to OnDeck for the funding they need. Call now and speak with an OnDeck funding specialist. Our simple application process takes just minutes, and funding could be available in just one business day. OnDeck has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. We provided over $1 billion to businesses. So if you're a small business owner who needs financing for your business, visit us at OnDeck.com or call us at 800-325-6384. That's 800-325-6384. 800-325-6384.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 square meals you'll need in an emergency. So the Freeze Dry Guys 3 square meal unit sale is just the ticket. A variety pack of tasty, nourishing breakfast, lunch, and dinner on sale now. Breakfast is Freeze Dry Guys' favorite. Hot oatmeal and sweet dehydrated bananas. Lunch is Mountain House freeze-dried hot macaroni and cheese and crisp green beans. And dinner is Mountain House long grain wild rice pilaf and hearty beef stew, vegetables, and gravy. Call Freeze Dry Guy and ask for details on the 126 serving 3 square meals unit. One case normally $164.37. Sale price at only $138.90. Save over $25. Get 2 or 3 cases and save even more. Or ask about Freeze Dry Guys Fall Chili Special. Always free shipping to the lower 48 states. Call 866-404-3663 or click freezedryguy.com. And hurry, the Fall Chili Special and 3 square meals unit are on sale while supplies last. From the Freeze Dry Guy, the finest freeze-dried and dehydrated foods available for long-term storage, period.
We're going to start going to your phone calls. Alex Jones here, back live. But Nico and others will just take what I'm saying on air and just type it into the NSA globalist interface known as Google. And Nico comes to me and goes, yeah, you were just talking about how Google's really artificially intelligent already, clearly. That's how Amazon has a similar system. It can ship your package before you order it. It knows what you're going to order with almost total precision. It's like 99.9%. See, that's predicting the future because it's got so many trillions of nodes to what you're searching, what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're choosing, that it's a trillion light years ahead of cookies. And so you bought one jacket, so for years it advertises certain jackets to you. With this, then they can add input to the web to then control. Once they know what your MO is, they can then manipulate you, and then pretty soon you can control the future. So it's not just about knowing the future, it's creating the future. And that's why DARPA, with IBM and Microsoft, because they want to get around the trust laws and don't like the public knowing, secretly started Google, 15 years ago, and it came from nowhere to take over the world. It's tied into Apple and the rest of it. And I do the research every day, but Nico came here, and it's an article from a couple days ago, the 3 breakthroughs that have finally unleashed AI on the world. Now, I mean, how many years ago did I tell you that Google was a crystal ball, Palantir, over-the-horizon, future-predicting control system? And how do I know this? Because I read so many globalist white papers about what they wanted in the 60s. Okay, and here's the bad news. It's working, okay? We're obsolete. That's why they're teaching us we're not needed. We better say we want a future for humans. It's been decided we're done. There won't be any interstellar going through black holes to find new planets, okay? You understand this? This is the big issue. Here it is on page 3. And it's Larry Page, who became the CEO, and he goes in and he's talking to Google, all these top scientists, and you can read the quotes here. And they said, listen, what's the point of a search engine? There's already a bunch of them. They said, no, we have basically the NSA algorithms. That's what it is. It's an NSA keyword search system. We're going to build an AI system that takes over the planet. See, they're humans that want to build Skynet and merge with it and live forever. That's why at the end of the new Terminator, which was produced by Bilderberg folks, that's why I even knew about before it came out, through Daniel Eslin's sources, that's why in the movie they find out it's a scientist that built the computer that merged with it, and Skynet is a woman. Do you understand? They're telling you everything they're going to do. And whether they can do this or not, looks like they can. Here's the problem. They want us dead. Do you understand? These are bad. Steve, I'm ranting. We're going to go to break, come back, and I promise go to the calls. It's a long segment. Dave, Bob, Jason, Ray, Leo, we'll get to all of you. But we got 3 minutes till break. Here they are saying